Led by Elizabeth Martin, student marshal, and followed by Alexis Both carrying the university banner. Graduate degree candidates are led by Taylor Hodge. Undergraduate candidates of the College of Science are led by Tori Hyatt. University faculty are led by Savannah Hardin. The platform party is escorted by Melanie Mulliken, student marshal, and led by William Hills, senior faculty member and carrier of the University Mace. President David DeCenzo is joined by members of the University Board of Trustees, university officials, and special guests.
Good morning. I'm Dr. David DeCenzo, President of Coastal Carolina University. Welcome to our 2018 Spring Commencement Program. I ask that you please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Coastal Carolina University Army ROTC Color Guard. The national anthem will be led by Ashton Fowler, a sophomore vocal performance major, and the invocation will be delivered by the Reverend Mark Burlinson.
was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we celebrate this joyful occasion, you are welcome to make this invocation your own, if you wish. Almighty God, we welcome your presence for this celebration today. As faculty, family, and friends unite to recognize and honor the accomplishments of the spring graduating class of 2018. We thank you for Coastal Carolina University and our mission of education. May your blessing rest on this institution, its trustees, officers, faculty, and staff, to continue to grow in stature, favor, and influence in this state and nation. We thank you for each graduate, recognizing that the diplomas bestowed today reward their hard work and confer a burden of responsibility. As each student's name is read and they walk across this platform, let them hear your well done and know your guiding hand on their steps going forward. We thank you for our speaker, Coach Joe Moglia, and we celebrate his achievements since joining Teal Nation. May his words today inspire and encourage each graduate as they step into the next chapter of their lives. And at this milestone, we acknowledge you as the God of wisdom, the goal of learning, and the source of knowledge. Now also be the giver of joy to our celebration and of hope to each person. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. This is such an exciting day, graduates, as we recognize you and celebrate your achievements. I am honored to stand here and look out at this 2018 graduating class. It's hard to believe that just 10 years ago, I officiated my first spring commencement at Brooks Stadium. That was May 8, 2008. And think of it this way, 10 years ago, Snapchat didn't exist. But I still remember how it felt to shake the hands and look into the faces of our students as they crossed the stage, getting ready to leave us, and embark on the next adventure in their lives. You might think that after 10 years, the thrill of commencement would wear off. I'm here to tell you this: today is more than a snapshot for me. Some of my proudest moments have happened right here on this stage with you, our CCU graduates. Each commencement class has shared its own unique experiences and challenges. And moving forward in life, you will remember the new encounters that will shape our worlds, the concepts and situations that our graduates 10 years ago could not have imagined. 10 years ago, I imagined a university that was built on 3 values. I hope you remember the 3 values you learned about during Welcome Weekend when you experienced See No Tie. Do you remember what TIE stood for? Tradition, integrity, and excellence. Graduates, you carry these values with you, as you are forever a citizen of the Teal Nation. So I want you to know, as you approach the stage and we shake hands, I'm very proud to be part of this memorable day with you. And I hope that it's only the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your soon-to-be alma mater, Coastal Carolina University. I am honored to introduce all who are with me on the platform. I ask that they please stand when I call their name and ask that you please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Our Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees: Carlos Johnson, Vice Chairman of the Board; John Bartell; Dr. Orrin Smith; Commencement Speaker, Joseph Moglia; Dr. Ralph Byington, Provost and Executive Vice President; Dr. Michael Roberts, Dean of the College of Science and Vice President for Research and Emerging Initiatives; Dr. Renee Smith, Faculty Senate Chairman; Dr. Deborah Connor, Vice President for Campus Life and Student Engagement; the Reverend Mark Burlinson, member of the Chaplain Council at CCU; Woodrow Ford, Second Vice President of the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association; Logan Gerald, Senior, Marine Science major; Monica Bell, Associate Professor of Theater and today's announcer of student names; William Hills, Senior Faculty Member and Carrier of the University Mace; and Daniel Lawless, University Registrar. Thank you. Our accomplishments in life come because there are others around us, guiding, encouraging, coaching, and sometimes even stepping in to help us during a time of need. Today's celebration is the culmination of years of dedication by you, our graduates, with the help of those who have guided your success. And so I'd like to recognize some of those who've played that role. I'd like to ask the finest College of Science faculty that you will ever find to please stand and be recognized by our graduates. Faculty? Now, will the mothers, fathers, and other family members and friends who have shared this journey with your students please stand and receive some well-deserved thanks from our graduates. I am pleased to introduce Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees Vice Chairman Carlos Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Dr. DeCenzo. Good morning. Oh, I know it's early, but I expected more energy than that. So I guess 8 o'clock on Saturday morning while you're in college still isn't your most exciting time, I guess. On behalf of the Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees, I congratulate the class of 2018 for reaching this milestone in your lives. I also want to welcome our faculty, distinguished guests, families, friends. We are so glad you have chosen to share this morning with us. Graduates, you are our reason for being here. It is our hope that through you, the mission of Coastal Carolina University is not only fulfilled, but is vibrant and flourishing today and in the future. We work to help you become knowledgeable in your chosen fields, and equally as important that you prepare and grow to become productive, responsible, healthy citizens with a global perspective. This is your day, and I'm so proud to welcome each of you into the alumni of this great university. From this point forward, you will represent your alma mater, Coastal Carolina University, in all that you do. Remember the values of CCU: trust, respect, integrity, and excellence. As you cross this threshold, know that your character, achievements, and services to others will contribute to the greatness of Coastal Carolina University. Congratulations.
During each commencement, we recognize the graduating student or students whose stellar academic work has qualified them for the President's Award for Academic Achievement. Today, we celebrate 5 remarkable students who have earned the highest academic distinction, summa cum laude, because they've earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average for all of their collegiate work. At this time, I invite our President's Award candidates to the stage. Colton John Axomedes from Bel Air, Maryland, who has earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Hannah Lee Arrington of Laura, South Carolina, has earned a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Julianne Gabriella Coffrin from Pikesville, Maryland, has earned a Bachelor of Science in Marine Science. Abigail Marie Cheney from Falston, Maryland, has earned a Bachelor of Science in Marine Science. And Justin Frederick Lowe's of Conway, South Carolina, has earned a Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Let's give these students congratulations. Congratulations again. In addition to these 5 students, we recognize 7 other students with this distinction in our previous 2 ceremonies. I now turn the podium to Dr. Ralph Byington.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask Logan Gerald to come forward to introduce today's speaker. Logan is a marine science and biology major and a member of the honors program from Beckley, West Virginia. At CCU, Logan has served extensively in the Student Government Association as a senator from the College of Science and chair of Building and Grounds Committee since fall of 2016, and as chair of the Constitution and Bylaws Committee since the beginning of the spring semester. Logan has also served as the mission and logistic lead for CCU Relay for Life through Colleges Against Cancer and political action chair for the CCU NAACP and president of the Gardens Community Council and as president of the Chanticleer Community Council. He was a reporter for the Chanticleer newspaper, a science tutor at the Math Learning Center, and is a member of Phi Eta Sigma, Beta Beta Beta, Omicron Delta Kappa, and Golden Key Honor Societies. Following his planned 2.5-year early graduation in December of 2018, Logan plans to pursue a full-time job or internship until fall of 2019, when he will enter a master's program in marine biology and/or marine policy at an institution to be determined. Thank you for everything you've done, Logan.
Thank you, Provost Byington. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. Joe Moglia is the head football coach and chair of athletics at Coastal Carolina University and chairman of the board at TD Ameritrade. In his last 10 seasons of coaching college football, Joe has been part of 8 championship teams. In his first 5 seasons at Coastal, he has led his team to the national playoffs 5 times and was conference champions 4 times. Coastal is 51-15 overall and 45-6 in the last 51 regular season games. He has also received multiple Coach of the Year honors, including the Eddie Robertson National Coach of the Year Award and the recipient of the Vince Lombardi Award and inducted into the Lombardi Hall of Fame. Joe has been a football coach for 24 years, but it is not a traditional 24 years. He began his career as a coach for 16 years, moved to the business world for over 20, and back to coaching in 2009. In the business world, he was at Merrill Lynch for 17 years before becoming the CEO at TD Ameritrade in 2001. By 2008, the firm grew its market cap from $700 million to $10 billion, a 500% return to shareholders, and today TD Ameritrade has client assets over $1.2 trillion. Then, Joe stepped down as CEO and became chairman of the board. Moglia has received the Ellis Island Medal of Honor and the Sharp Trophy for Leadership. He has been honored by the National Italian American Foundation, the Columbus Citizens Foundation, and the American Institute for Stuttering. He has also been inducted into 6 Hall of Fames and is the recipient of 3 honorary doctorates. Joe has already had a book written about his life, and he is the only author in the world that has written 2 books published on both investing and football. Please join me in welcoming Coach Joe Moglia. Actually, an investor at TD Ameritrade, believe it or not.
I can't tell you how much of an honor it is for me to be here today, for a handful of reasons. First, back in 2012, when I wanted to come back to football as a head college coach, there was not one football program in the nation whose university believed in me enough to give me that opportunity. Well, there was one. It was Coastal Carolina and Dr. Dave DeCenzo. So, Dr. DeCenzo, number one, thank you so much for that. And I will never forget you for that. Thank you. Thanks. Secondly, today my granddaughter Cariana is graduating. 3, yeah, ooh, okay. And because of that, my family came down, so that's 3. 4, I've got several of my football players who are graduating over the span of the weekend. And 5, I really do love Coastal. And for me to be here on a day that is so significant for all of you is genuinely, honest to God, an honor for me. So with that, I thought I'd share a couple things that are a little personal with regard to the family. And first of all, Cariana loves Coastal Carolina. But when she was graduating from high school, she wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do. And she came to me and said, Grandpa, you've been in education for so long. I need some help on this. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. I said, Cariana, you are woman enough to be able to make this decision. You don't need any help from me. You're woman enough to figure this out. You'll be okay. But a week or 2 later, she comes back and said, Grandpa, I'm still struggling with this a little bit. I said, what are the schools? She said, well, Coastal Carolina and Boston College. Okay. I said, I'm just not sure. I said, here's what you need to do. First of all, be confident. You're woman enough to be able to handle this. So take a legal pad, put down the pluses and minuses of each school, see which one you feel best about when you go to bed. If you still feel best about that school in the morning, that's the school you should go to. But remember, be confident. You're woman enough to handle this on your own. A couple of days later, I get a call. She says, Grandpa, I did exactly what you said. I made a decision. I said, that's great, Cariana. Where are you going? She goes, Boston College. I said, oh. I said, why are you going to Boston College? She said, well, I grew up in Vermont, and Boston College is New England. I really love the change of seasons. I really like the idea that it's Boston. I like the colors up there. And I said, okay, I'm glad you thought that through. I said, have you thought about, are you aware of the fact that at Coastal, the College of Science is incredible when it comes to multiple disciplines within science. It's got the greatest marine biology program in the nation, and it is a leader in the country with regards to STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and math. You're aware of that. Secondly, if you take a look at Coastal Carolina's history, just over the span of the last 10 years, what Coastal has accomplished is incredible. And going forward, greatness is actually going to be part of Coastal Carolina's destiny. Oh, by the way, you're aware we've got 73 majors, we've got 66 minors, we've got 22 graduate programs, and we've got 80 partnerships with international institutions. Oh, and on top of that, we happen to have the National Baseball Championship and probably the best-looking college football coach in the nation. So, Cariana, clearly you're not woman enough to make this decision. You're going to Coastal Carolina. I want to share with you 4 principles today that have had a major impact on my life. And I just ask you to be open folks to what I'm going to talk about, because if you can embrace these, they'll have an impact on your life. It'll give you a competitive advantage in this next phase of your life, and it kind of help lay a foundation upon which to build your own concept of leadership. To do that, I want you to understand where some of the ideas come from. First of all, I grew up in a gang area, Dyckman Street section in New York City. Mom and dad were immigrants. Father never finished 8th grade. Mother never finished high school. I was the oldest of 5. 7 of us lived in 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. 2 of my very best friends that I was with every day in grammar school got killed in high school. One died of a drug overdose. One was killed by the police robbing a liquor store. Had I not been playing high school football, I think the chance of probably 100% I would have been with a guy robbing a liquor store. When it was time for college, I already had a family. So my responsibility at the time was I had to support my wife, my first wife, who's here today, my daughter, Kelly, Kariana's mom, and I had to pay every dime of my education. But through that period, I learned a tremendous amount, and I was about your age. I learned a tremendous amount. And then on top of that, I've been able to spend over 2 decades in the business world and 2 decades in football and athletics and education. So these are the principles that I referenced a little while ago. Okay, the first one is the idea of standing on your own 2 feet, taking responsibility for yourself, treating others with dignity and respect, and living with the consequences of your actions. Now, I've had 3 daughters that were raised on that principle. I have a son that was raised on that principle. I've got 2 stepsons that was raised on that principle. When I began my coaching career first time around, that was the principle we worked off. Any leadership job I ever had on Wall Street, that was the standard I expected from my leadership. And it's also the standard that Coastal Carolina's football team is actually built on. Now, we're the only team in the country. We don't have any rules, but we've got that one standard. Now, it's BAM. Now, BAM is be a man. Now, before you accuse me of sexism, remember, I got 125 guys on the football team. I've got another 20, 25 coaches, interns, analysts that are also male. So for us, BAM, be a man, really, really mattered. But this is not about being a man, some tough macho guy. This is about a real man, a real woman, a real leader. Is truly someone that stands on their own 2 feet, takes responsibility for themselves, treats others with dignity and respect, and lives with the consequence of your actions. That's number one. That's a critical, critical principle. Now, along that line, you've got to be aware that you don't operate in a vacuum. So there are other things going on. So what I'd like you to be aware of this morning is I want to talk a little bit about family. And I want to talk about relationship between parents and children. And it's not unusual in high school, college, for there to be some tension at home. Everybody understands that. But do we really understand that? So I want to put that in perspective. I'd ask you, how many of you, today you graduated from college? A few years ago, you were graduating from high school. How many of you were smarter 4 years ago when you were graduating from high school? How many of you were wiser 4 years ago when you were graduating from high school? Now, I'm assuming all of you are going to say, well, none of us, because of what we've experienced and what we've learned over the span of the last few years. And that's true. You are smarter today, you are wiser today than what you were for 4 years because of the experience you've gone through. I'm just asking you to be open-minded and think about this for a second. Your parents, you have not been their age, but they have been your age. And at your age, they had the same issues, the same pressures, the same problems, the same challenges that you have. Whether it's tension with a teacher, with a coach, with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, your peers, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever it might be, they have gone through that. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Everybody in this room just agreed that you were smarter and wiser today than you were 4 years ago because of that 4 years experience. But somehow, when we kind of think about the relationship between us and our parents, like, they don't quite get it. Well, I ask you to think that through. Now, I'm asking you to think that through for a couple of reasons. Not just because of your relationship now with your parents, but as you become parents and as your kids get older, you're going to go through this. And I ask you to be thinking about this. So, 3 things when there's some tension at home. The first one is exactly what I just said. Your parents have some experience in there. They have been there. They have done that. The second one, BAM, is their responsibility to raise their kids. That's their job. And third, there is nobody, I repeat, there is nobody that loves you more than your parents do. Nobody. And it's an unconditional type of love. Yeah, parents are clapping. It's an unconditional type of love, and the only thing as parents we care about, we want you to be happy. We want our children to be happy. That's the only thing we care about. And because we've been there before, sometimes when we see you going down a path that maybe is going to create an obstacle for that happiness, we're probably going to say and do something about it. So when you have a little tension at home, or you have a little tension down the road in your own home, try to keep all three of those things in mind. Second, dedication. Now, dedication I would define as the commitment to work as hard as you possibly can to be the best you can be. Now, there's a lot of times people talk about you want to be number one, you want to be the champion, you want to be this, you want to be that. The reality is we can't control any of those, many of those things, and not that many people can be number one. So that's not the issue. That's not what anybody's asking for. That's not the principle I'm throwing at you. The principle I'm throwing at you is you work as hard as you can to be the very, very best you can. And in any walk of life that you're going down, if you want to be special in that walk of life, you got to be able to give it your best. It requires hard work. The only time success actually comes before work is actually in the dictionary. This is something that you got to go after. So, a couple of tips. If you already have a job and you want to make a difference, you want to differentiate yourself. So don't be afraid to go after it. Don't be afraid to go in early. Don't be afraid to stay late. Make sure you're asking good, thoughtful questions. Make sure you are really listening to what's going on. And remember this, when you get evaluated, it's not going to be what school you went to. It's not going to be what your degree looked like. It's going to absolutely be how you handle yourself under pressure. How you handle yourself under stress will actually be absolutely how you're evaluated later on. Now, for those of you that don't have jobs yet, you got to do your homework. You got to do your research. This is a critical thing. This is your career path. So what you want to be able to do, you really want to find the career path that you think you would be most suited for. Then you got to do your homework. Then you've got to look at what are the skill sets that are required for anybody to be really successful in a particular path. Then ask yourself if you have those skill sets. If you don't go, that's not the career for you. No matter what anybody else says, you're the one that's got to make this decision. You're the one that's got to live with this. If it is the skill sets that you have, then you got to ask yourself one more question. Is this something I could be passionate about? If the answer to that is yes, then you're going to have a competitive advantage in that specific field. And that's where you're supposed to go. But then the work only begins. You still got to get interviews, and you got to handle yourself in the interviews. A lot of people think you just show up for an interview and talk about things. That's not right. That's not right. In this day and age, there's real competition for jobs. So you got to prepare for the interview. You got to be ready to go. Now we're going to role play for a second. I'm going to be the interviewer. I'm interviewing all of you for a job. And what I'm telling you is exactly the way I have interviewed people in the past. This will be probably the toughest interview any of you are going to have to go through. So, here's how it works. You walk in the office. Most of the time, people like hugging you. How was the trip in? Or you look good today, blah, blah, blah. The weather's good, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, hey, sit down. I'm going to give you kind of a scowl. You're going to get a little uncomfortable. Now, by the way, I want you to feel uncomfortable because I want to see how you handle yourself a little bit under pressure. All right, so I'm doing that intentionally for a reason. Not because I'm a bad guy, but because I want to see how you handle yourself. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to say, I've already read your resume. I've read it. I don't need to know anything more about your resume. Here's my question for you. I can hire anybody I want to. Tell me why I should hire you and that you're going to make a difference in our company, in our team, in our division, whatever it might be. I'm going to repeat that. I don't want to hear about your resume. I can hire anybody I want to. Why should I hire you? Now, some answers. Some of you might be good with these answers. Well, you know, I am really a hard worker. I work very hard. I get up early. I stay late. I'm a team player. I'm all those things. Well, okay, I'll stop you right there. First of all, I'll probably throw you out right then and there. Why? Because you're not differentiating yourself. How many people you think are going to say that? Everybody is. So that's not a differentiator. Okay? Here's another thing that happens sometimes. Well, you know, I was president of Phi Beta Gamma, and I played on the football team, and I received this honor when I was a junior. And I said, whoa, that's on your resume. I just told you, I've already read your resume. I don't want to hear about your resume. And that tells me you don't listen. You get out of here too. So now, the two of you that are left, here's the answer. Remember we said you've done your homework to take a look at the skill sets that are required in a particular field? You demonstrate that you're the one that has those skill sets. And if you can, honest to God, answer that question the way I'm asking it, the probability is phenomenal that you are going to get that job. And by the way, you're not going to go through an interview tougher than the one that we just role-played here. All right, next point, third principle, courage. I define courage as the guts to do what you believe is right. Now, we tend to live in a pretty litigious society. Legal's all over the place, compliance is all over the place. There are so many rule books, there are so many things we're supposed to do, and sometimes we get a little obsessed with every I dotted, T crossed, and we don't want to break any rules. Now, let me be clear. No one should ever break a rule. That should never happen. But if you're afraid to do something because you're afraid that you're going to be breaking some rule, you're never going to accomplish greatness. It's just not going to happen. So you got to push the envelope a little bit. You got to go after a little bit. Again, you never cross the line, but you give it everything you have. And it's not the letter of the law. It's the spirit of the law. And I don't care how many rules there are. They get more complex. You got to go sometimes to a lawyer, your compliance people, just to find out, well, I don't quite understand this rule. Well, you know what? It's a lot simpler than that. It's truly, genuinely a lot simpler than that. In terms of courage to do the right thing, first of all, the golden rule always applies. You treat others the way you want to be treated yourself. Secondly, all these rules, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. We all know what's right, we all know what's wrong. So courage, you have the guts to do what you believe is right. So, for those of you that are here tonight, here this morning, that have come from a background that has been solid socioeconomically, that has been good, solid family, good overall environment, well, you know, you've had an advantage. You've had an advantage, and you're getting ready to graduate from college, you're beginning this next phase of your life. But be appreciative of the fact that you've had that advantage. That's a wonderful head start. That's a great thing for you. Take advantage of that. And remember, don't be afraid to give back to the people that have taken care of you up until now. You owe it to them. You began with a head start, make something of yourself. Now, there are also many of you that didn't have that opportunity. There are many of you here that come from broken homes. There are many of you have single-parent families. There are many people who come from a tough socioeconomic background. I know there are some people in here whose parents have been in jail, so addictions. Well, you didn't have it that easy. But the reality is, you're out of that environment now. Now, they will always be your family. I'm not suggesting that's not the case. And that'll always be your hometown and your community. I'm not suggesting that's always the case. And you'll know where you came from. But what I'm making very, very clear, you have already changed your environment. You're graduating from Coastal Carolina, and you've done it through adversity. So you know what? It's okay to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. That's fine. You deserve that. Then go out and make something of yourself. Don't ever go back to BAM. Take responsibility for yourself. If you're not going after it and things are not going well, don't ever say, well, you know, I came from a tough background. Once you make that excuse, you're giving yourself you're subconsciously letting yourself off the hook. Again, BAM, take responsibility for yourself. Don't let that happen. And go on and make a difference. You've already accomplished so very, very much. And the last principle is love. Now, I'm not talking about, I define love, by the way, as the commitment to the well-being of others. I'm not talking about making love. I'm talking about the power of love. And again, the power of love, commitment to the well-being of others. Now, you can see that on campus. You see that with relationships that you've made over time. You see it with the faculty has relationships. You can see it if you're on a team. You see it in your club. You can see that. You can kind of have a feel for that. But I think where I think you see and feel it the most, I think you really truly see and feel it the most is when you kind of take a look at family. And I want to share a couple things that are personal in my life and my family's life that kind of illustrate this. First of all, when I was 13 years old, my mom had gotten sick. She was in the hospital, and she had never been in the hospital before. And I noticed my dad was crying. Now, again, remember 7 of us, 2 bedrooms, not a whole lot of privacy here. By the way, my dad died a few years ago of Alzheimer's. I've never seen my father cry. He's crying this day. So I said, Dad, what's the matter? He says, I'm worried about Mom. I went to bed that night, and it hit me, Dad's worried about Mom. I said, this got to be really, really serious. I mean, this could be fatal. This could be death. I could lose my mom. My mom was an Irish immigrant. All she had were her 5 kids. And she loved us unconditionally. She totally, absolutely supported us. But we were it for her. We were it for her. And it hit me. I said, what happens if my mom dies? You know what? I think I'm a tough guy. I've never told my mother I loved her. And I remember that night not being able to sleep. And I remember starting to pray. I said, God, just please, you bring Mom home. And I promise, I will make up for that. I'll make up for that. Mom did come home, and it did make up for that. Now you fast forward. Now we have the 9/11. The setting in 9/11 is I've just taken the Ameritrade job, which is headquartered in Omaha. I just moved from New York City to Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. Merrill Lynch Global Headquarters is about 200 yards from the World Trade Center. My apartment is about 200 yards from the World Trade Center. I've got 3 kids. 3 of my kids live in New York City. 2 of them actually work at Merrill Lynch. I get up in the morning. I watch the planes flying into the building. Now, I just left that exact spot, and I have my loved ones there. I've got my kids there. I've got so many friends and relationships there, and this is going on. This is an incredible event. I'm pretty good, and you should try to do this too. You can't worry too much about things you really have no control over. And while I was certainly concerned about what was going on in New York City at the time, I didn't have any control there. But in Ameritrade, we had our own employees, we had our own clients, their assets. We had to make sure they were protected, and we went into emergency mode. So later on, my daughter, Kim, calls me and says, Dad, I know you probably got a lot of things going on, but I want you to know I just called Kevin and Kara, and they're both a bit stressed out, but they're both okay. I said, thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that. Then a few hours later, I get a call from Kim. He says, Dad, I just spoke to Kara. They've evacuated her. She's in Jersey City, but she's okay. But the last time anybody saw Kevin, he was going over to the site to see if he could help out. Dad, have you heard from Kevin? I said, no, Kim. By this time, the towers had collapsed. And I remember spending that day with a very real realization that there was a good chance I'd lost my son. Now, what I found interesting was there was a little bit of a sense of peace I had, in the sense that if I did lose him, there was literally absolutely nothing that I would tell him that I hadn't already told him. And the reason for that was because of that episode I had with my mother when I was 13 years old. A few hours later, we get a call, said, Dad, this is Kevin. So the power behind this, the power of love, again, it's not about you. It's about others. You're going through the blues. It's not about you. It's about others. So those are the 4 principles. So for me, I really meant what I said in the beginning. This, for me, is an incredible, incredible honor that I will remember my entire lifetime. As far as all of you go, you are graduating from Coastal Carolina. You are well prepared now to go out and live this next phase of your life. So what I would ask you, the challenge I would give you is as follows. You take what you've learned in your life, take what you've learned in Coastal, take your degree, but add to that the concept, the principle behind band. You stand on your own 2 feet, you take responsibility for yourself. You treat others with dignity and respect, you live the consequence of your actions. You're dedicated in the sense that you can work as hard as you can to be the very best you can be. You're courageous enough to have the guts to do what you believe is the right thing to do. And at the end of the day, it really is about the power of love, and it's about the impact you have on others. And if you can connect those things, I guarantee you that you will lay a foundation upon which you can build your life, be a leader, separate yourself from others, be incredibly proud of what you've been able to do, what you've been able to accomplish. It's a differentiator. So you're ready to go. So go out there. Give it everything you've got. Don't be afraid. Make a difference. Stand on your own 2 feet. Do everything you possibly can to be the very, very best you can be. You're going to have an impact on others, and you're going to wind up incredibly happy and proud of yourself. From me to you, congratulations, all of you, and God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.
I have to admit that I've had the privilege to be in the locker room before a football game and to watch Coach Moglia give his pregame talk to the players, to the coaches, you walk out of that with this unbelievable feeling. I know for me personally, it was like, suit me up, I want to play. Although I know I would get hurt, so that wasn't going to happen. But thank you, Coach Moglia, we genuinely appreciate it. It is time for the central purpose that we are here, to confer degrees. And so at this time, I would like to ask Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Byington, to join me again to present the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, Mr. President. Students who are graduating with academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, are noted in the program, as well as those who have achieved multiple degrees. Students who are eligible to graduate with honors wear the embroidered official white stole of the university. Also, students who are members of the honors program, the Wall Fellows, the Jackson Scholars, the Swain Scholars, the Dyer Fellows, Teaching Fellows, or other selected university honors programs are eligible to wear the university stole. Students who are awarded the Trustee Award can be recognized by the teal and black cords. Will the class of 2018 please rise? Mr. President and members of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to announce the presentation of our degree candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Byington. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state, acting through their representatives in the General Assembly and the Board of Trustees of this university, and on the recommendation of the faculty thereof, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, which entitles you to all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. If all but the first row of graduates would be seated, first row, if you would follow the marshals. For the rest of us, please enjoy some special music provided by the Coastal Carolina University Brass Ensemble.
Dean Michael Roberts joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to the degree candidates from the College of Science, earning the degree Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Robert Michael Evans. Patrick James Farrow. Jordan G. Gardner. James Daniel Hux. Cassidy Sky Mitchell. Candace Shantae Moses. Ike Robert Vayansky. Hannah Lee Arrington, summa cum laude. Austin James Wilson. Colton John Axamitis, summa cum laude. Leonora Ann Adelman. Colin Edwards Adkins. Mary Frances Aini, cum laude. Elizabeth Michelle Allard, magna cum laude. Kyle Russell Anderson. Sage Michelle Anderson. Sonika Carla Anderson. Ailey Lynn Andraskavage. Jeffrey Robert Appleby. Ronald Bernard Arbertha, Jr. Andrew Brian Alt. Jessica Marie Ayers, cum laude. Kaylee Allison Bance. Daryl Jane Barkus. Davon Daryl Barnes. Haley Ann Bass, magna cum laude. Eden Christine Bauer. Jacob Matthew Beardsley. Jason Lee Beavers. Brianna Alyssa Beebe. David Arnold Bennett, Jr. Megan Ann Benny, cum laude. Jessica Gabrielle Benton. Olivia Starr Bertelson, University Honors Program. Whitney Brooks Bodkin. Horace Bookman. Taisha Nicole Boyd. Frances Catherine Bozak, University Honors Program. Amber Marie Brem. Erica Jane Brochu. Haley Elizabeth Brokaw. Lativia Ahaya Brown. Meredith Caitlin Brown. Sydney Victoria Brown, cum laude. Tira Ray Burden. Nicholas Edward Burrows, magna cum laude. Rachel Annette Bird. Mallory Rowe Yessen Byrne, cum laude. Marissa Elizabeth Kane, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Joshua Scott Kale. Brooke Elise Campbell, magna cum laude. Karen Carrazas. Alyssa Brianna Carlson. Alyssa Nicole Carolan. Destiny Michaela Carr. Joseph Marini Carr. Sean Vincent Carter. Brandon Casarino. Julianne Gabriella Caron, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Abigail Marie Cheney, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Jiao Hu Chu. Daniel James Chevalier, cum laude. Anthony Robert Ciora. Evan Lewis Claggett. Ariel Lillian Thalia Clark, magna cum laude. Brianna Renee Combs, cum laude. Adrian Javier Conti. Kelsey Nicole Corbin, cum laude, University Honors Program. Lakendra Denise Cornelius. Gabrielle Marie Corsetti. Nicole Marie Kocher. Amber Nicole Cotterman. Taylor Marie Craig, magna cum laude. Michael Trenton Creech. Kayla Marie Culp. Benix Baron Currents. Shakiria Chanel Cuthbert. Shelby Nicole Daly. Broderick Samuel Daniel. Justin Curtis Daniels, cum laude, University Honors Program. Wyatt Joseph Davies, cum laude. Hannah Marie Davis. Michael Devonte Davis. Miranda K. Davis. Zachary Robert Davis. Kaylee Eileen Day, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Ana Paula de Souza. Christina Marie Dedicatoria, cum laude. Mackenzie Elizabeth Delaney. Aaron Todd Dempsey, University Honors Program. Thomas Alexander DeReggi. Christiana Kimberly DeVito. Justin Corey DeChara. Morgan Elizabeth Devine, magna cum laude. Shaquille Anfrey Smith Dixon, cum laude. Victoria Elizabeth Donaldson, cum laude. David Shane Donnelly. Michelle Dorio. Lindsay Elizabeth Doyle, magna cum laude. Kaylee Marie Drake, magna cum laude. John Anthony Duarte, Jr. Gary Malik Dunlap, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Durant, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Joshua Cole Ducey. Leland Edward Earp. David Joseph Eastman, magna cum laude. Shayla Marie Ebert. Hannah Elizabeth Eman. Gabrielle Riva Enerson. Samuel David Evans. Jolie Ann Even, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Stella Sidney Everett. Caitlin Marie Federico. Alexa Marie Federlin. Kaylee Kathleen Feeney. Carly Christine Fenstermacher, magna cum laude. Victoria Summer Fields. Tedra Octavia Floyd. Dominique Evelyn Forbes, magna cum laude. Rebecca George Ford, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Whitney Blake Forlines. Christina Rosalie Franco. Emma K. Freeman. Carl William Froschiser, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Furman. Carlton Anthony Foose. Donald James Fuller. Brianna Lachey Gadsden. Seth Hunter Gainey, magna cum laude. Francesca Gabriele Galasso. Kyle Ryan Gallion. Shakira Justine Gamble. Kaylin Jamon Gathers. Eva Noel Gianelli. Andrew Henderson Giorgio. Kevin James Gist, Jr. Joseph Anthony Gibbon. Zachary Thomas Goldberg. Courtney Alaya Goodwin. Brittany Diane Gore. Ayla Gould. Robert Bradley Grace. Isia Kiana Great. Jade Victoria Graves. Tyler Sterling Gregory, magna cum laude. Zachary Stephen Greppy, cum laude. Ashley Mariah Grimm, cum laude. Gina Elizabeth Garriello. Brianna Marie Gugliera. Jamie May Gullett. Haley Coder Guthrie. Danielle Elizabeth Mary Guy, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Jordan Clay Hagerud. Kylie Nichelle Haig, magna cum laude. Camden Blaze Hall. Lisa Nicole Hanna, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Allison Bridget Hannon, cum laude. Leah Andrea Hardiman. Robert Davis Harlfinger, Jr. Sally Nicole Harrelson. Austin Devon Harris. Jenna Allison Harris. Thomas Edwin Hart. Ethan Michael Hayes, magna cum laude. Lauren Heald, cum laude. Dylan Austin Hensel. Haley Danielle Herron. Colin Todd Hildebeidel, cum laude, University Honors Program. Taylor Nicole Hines, magna cum laude. Jessica Reed Holdorf. Janelle Nicole Hoover. Rebecca Dawn Howie. Dylan Jace Huddleston. Jamail Rashawn Hugie. Emily Valley Hunt. Kavandra Shamar Andrell Hunt. Matthew Ryan Hydock. Dylan James Imhoff. Matthew Joseph Ivanov. Brittany Ann James. Tiana Tamisha James. Takira Ashley Jenkins Dodd. Logan Allen Jernigan. Kiera Alexis Jones. Mercedes Tiara Jones. Bailey Lake Jordan. Michaela Elizabeth Kaltwasser, magna cum laude. Sarah Kanai Kamanow. Max Cole Canute. Matthew John David Kaplan, magna cum laude. Olivia Lauren Keenan. Daryl Jordan Keith. Alexis Grace Kelly, cum laude. Stephen Tyler Kennedy. Samantha Rachel Keogh. Shannon Nicole Kirchner. Sarah Elizabeth Ketterman. Amanda Ray King. Madison Carey King. Jennifer Michelle Knight, cum laude. Madison Lee Knight. Tyler Douglas Koshin. Josh James Krieg. Dylan Robert Quitchoff. Tyler James LaCofta. Madison Emily Lambden. Taylor Marie Lampkin. Carly Ann Land. Catherine Elizabeth Lane. Noah Bryce Lair, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Katie Kit LaRue. Dean Victor Lotta. David Laws III, magna cum laude. Lanisha Shantasia Lee. Broderick Dwayne Leggett. Sterling Michael Leggett. Lauren Rose Lavardi. Chelsea Marie Littleton. Sarah Marie Logan, cum laude. Madison Grace Lowe. Justin Frederick Lowes, summa cum laude. Craig Joseph Lawrimore. Alexandra Poulsen Lucas, cum laude, University Honors Program. Lucia. Felicia Marie Lucia. John Tuong Long. Ashley Nicole Lynch, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Abigail Marie McIntosh. Victoria Teresa Madosky. Azizmat Mamadaliv. Stephen Thomas Mans III, cum laude, University Honors Program. Alexandra Corrine Margetz. Jessica Lynn Marshall. Roderick O'Neill Marshall. Grant Royce Martin. Jesse Jonah James Martinez. Jacqueline Aaron Muscolo. Lashea Lautranette McBride. Macy Catherine McCall. Caleb William McCalla, cum laude. Bailey Marie McCombs. Casey Jordan McAndrew, cum laude. Andy K. Rosemary McDaniel, cum laude. William Douglas McDaniel, Jr., cum laude. Ronald Dana McDonald IV. Shannon Christine McGuigan. Daniel Richard McGee. Tyler Alexander McKee. Haley Brenna McNulty. Milciela Lorelei Mendoza. Christopher Stephen Meyer. Jasmine Raquel Miles. Luana Miller. Jasmine Aaliyah Nicole Mitchell. Everett Jamar Mitchum. Alex Jenneret Moore. Marquez Tarikius Moore. Amanda Suzanne Morgan. Gregory Charles Matola. Skylar Olivia Munson, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Christiana Myers. Celeste Najiva Nagrit Navarro. Jessica Marie Nelson. Caitlin Chandler Nestor. Ronald Lawrence Nicastro, Jr., cum laude. Kelly Lynn Nicholas. Vincent Gino Nocero. Riley Mansell Norman, cum laude, University Honors Program. Sarah Christine O'Connor. Andreas Maciel Oglesby. Carrie Ann O'Halloran, summa cum laude. Madison Patricia O'Leary, cum laude. Benjamin Joseph Onifer, cum laude. Elijah Dale Oxendine. Amy Marie Palumbo. Dalton Michael Perel. Janki Jayesh Patel. John Daniel Patterson. Austin David Pulowski. Ethan Alexander Pease. Ryan Thomas Pergolizzi. Allison Elizabeth Petrosinski. Khalif Antonio Piper. Nyana Pyrus. Claire Marie Pecos, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Robin Nicole Powdrill. Emily Faith Presley, University Honors Program. Kirsten Camille Presnell. Canyon Wells Pritchard. Nicole Renee Pritchard, cum laude. Adara Lee Ragsdale. Haley Nicole Ray, magna cum laude. Bethany Mary Reb. Rebecca Bella Resendiz. Lindsay Devon Rodana, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Emily Ann Ricardo, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. John Christopher Rice. John Dedrick Riley. Jack Charles Ritchie. Hayden Clay Roberts, cum laude. Kyla M. Robson. Kaylee Diana Rohal, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Lucille Marie Romanek, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Jacob Francis Rosignol. Robert Daniel Rozek. Benjamin Joseph Ruggiero. Taylor Michelle Rushing. Aaron Ryan, magna cum laude. Frenasia Chantel Chafrayan Green. Ashley Nicole Sanders. Emily Ann Shire. Halise Nicole Schoonover. Blake Jeffrey Schultz. Nicholas James Seabright. Michelle Nicole Searles. Megan Elise Schaefer. Matthew Philip Sherfy, magna cum laude. Casey Elise Silva. Carlton Michael Simmons, Jr. Leroy Edward Simmons IV. Ashley Simone Simmons Nesbitt. Christopher John Slavin. Rebecca Anita Gale Sloan. Sydney Jeanette Smaldino, cum laude. Kimberly Lynette Small. Jasmine Marie Smith, cum laude. Rachel Leanne Smith. Torin Yarze Romario Smith. Victoria Brooke Smith. Mariah Lynn Smythe, cum laude. Brittany Subcheck. Ashlyn Marie Solomon. Callie Ann Spencer. Nora Lee Stanley, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Megan Rose Stickle. Candace Lorraine Stone. Morgan Nicole Stone. Hannah Nicole Stout. Quentin Lacey Strickland. Jacob Scott Stroll. Roderick Christopher Stuckey. Tyler James Sullivan, magna cum laude. Matthew James Sumter. Sophie Nicole Surdyke. Shannon Sweeney. Emily Catherine Gabrielle Tavernier, magna cum laude. Abby Lynn Taylor, cum laude, University Honors Program. Kayla Renee Taylor. Michael Anthony Tassari. Nicholas Wallace Tester, summa cum laude. Nikita Louise Thomas. Reagan Teresa Timmons. Sean Ryan Timmons, magna cum laude. Danielle Ashley Treptow, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Tropia. Kelsey Elizabeth Tucker. Rachel Elizabeth Unger, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Rudy Tello Chiribe. Jessica Tyler Vanell. Royce Calvin Vereen. Amanda Kathleen Walker. Natalie Alexandra Wall, cum laude. Carolina Rudda Walls. Shakayla Monique Walters. Hannah Grace Wareheim, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Jessica Brooke Warman. Hannah Claire Weinberg, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Haley Joyce West. Chloe Alicia White. Tyler Scott Wiggins. Marissa Ray Wildy. Kayla Nicole Wiley. Logan David Williford, magna cum laude. Jacob Ryan Williman. Cariana Kathleen Willett. Andrew Christopher Williams. Brianna Nicole Williams. Chloe Danielle Williams. Brian Wing. Jonathan Thomas Winters Jr., cum laude. Angela Christina Wiper. Kendall Allison Wismer. Taisha Lanice Woodard. Taylor Ann Woodruff. Matthew Ryan Woods. Megan Elizabeth Ann Wooten. Sydney Lynn Yates. Jemai Braddox Yeldell. Olga Rashadovna Zenivna, cum laude. Erin Zhao, cum laude.
Now you see why in my opening comments I said about the energy we get as we go through that process. Graduates, would you please rise? I ask all members of the Coastal Carolina University class of 2018 to move your tassels from the right side to the left of your mortarboards to signify your status as a graduate. Congratulations. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce Woody Ford, Second Vice President of the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Woody?
Thank you, Dr. DeCenzo. Graduates, I'm excited to be the first one to say to you, good morning, alumni. I'm also honored to be here with you on this monumental day in your life. And I ask if there are any Coastal Carolina University alumni in the audience, if you would please stand with me for just a minute. Any alumni in the audience? On stage. Remain standing for just a minute. Remain standing with me for just a minute. More than 31,000 alumni, including those standing around you, and from all 50 states and numerous countries from around the world, join me today in congratulating you on your hard-earned achievement. Welcome into this exclusive group we call Alumni of Coastal Carolina University. Members include an Emmy-nominated actor, an Olympian, and the head coach of the 2016 College World Series National Championship baseball team, just to name a few. We look forward to following your rise to greatness. Alumni, you may be seated. Thank you. As a new graduate, we're providing each of you today with a one-year membership into the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Use that membership. Through the Alumni Association, you will discover many opportunities to stay engaged and involved in your alma mater. In the years ahead, I hope you continue to stay connected to CCU as an alumni, as a volunteer, an ambassador, or as a proud donor. By continuing to support and engage with your alma mater, You will pave the way for those who will come after you. Your active participation will strengthen an already thriving university. As alumni, you make us proud to show the value of a degree from Coastal Carolina. Be proud and celebrate this day and your great accomplishment. And remember, you will forever be a Chanticleer and a member of the Teal Nation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Woody. As we close today, I'd like to offer a special thank you to several individuals who make this event happen. First of all, I want to thank our signers. I know for them to go through this ceremony and sign it is a task that we're appreciative of, but it enables everybody an opportunity to participate. So thank you both very much. To Ashton, our vocalist, and our Coastal Carolina University Brass Ensemble, thank you for the music and for the songs. While they're spread around, I want to thank the presidents and the provost office staff for really putting all this together behind the scenes. To our media personnel who are live streaming this program, so again, we can take this graduation celebration to all those that would like to be part of it. So thank you very much to all of those who made this ceremony possible. Graduates at Coastal Carolina University, we follow a beloved tradition that takes place as you leave commencement. Faculty members will line the exit on each side to congratulate you, ushering you through to the next chapter of your life. This tradition is truly symbolic of what we set out to do here at CCU, to cultivate a supportive environment that surrounds you with encouragement, guidance, and wisdom. Learning and growing are lifelong aspirations. They come to us when we seek them, also when we experience them through difficulties. You know this already through your experiences here at CCU. My hope for you is this: as you live your lives, thank you for what you will do, that you will choose deliberately to surround yourselves with individuals who continue to provide encouragement, guidance, and wisdom in support of your continued learning and growth, and that you will serve others in the same way. I now ask everybody please stand and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on the back covers of your program, and ask that you please remain standing for the benediction. Thank you.
We come to you to lead our search and route, to reach beyond ourselves, below the earth, beyond the stars to dream for better years. Here green and bronze in nature light, sweet pine forests that surround us, ocean waters that sustain us, they hold the standards that prepare us. We may return in thought and care to share your promise of enrichment, and celebrate and sing our praise for Coastal Carolina.
Graduates of the class of 2018, receive this blessing to walk forward into your future with confidence in the God who made you, trust in the God who sustains you, and hope in the God who will guide you. We are proud of your achievements. Take the knowledge, courage, and wisdom you've gained and use it to make this world a better place. We bless you with bravery. We bless you with faith. And we bless you with peace in his eternal love. And in the words of the ancient Hebrew blessing, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. Amen.